before I even start talking, almost like things want to come out of my eyes. Wet things that bring up memories, but I'm sure that's the case for all of us. And on behalf of UNM Aquatics, the Physical Education Department, Rec Services, and everyone that does stuff in this, thank you for being here. Thank you very much. You know, many of you do know Rob was a junior Olympic champion swimmer in Germany, and I'm talking real deal. He trained in South Africa, was world class. And yet the fact that you are all here right now says something more important about Rob's life. And I want to talk about a little bit of that in just a second. I just want to cover a few logistics because I have a feeling once the story comes out, it's going to be hard to remember anything after that. But a couple of logistics for you. There's bracelets that are being made in Rob's honor. And in German, it's essentially saying carpe diem. Does anyone know what that means?
Seize the day.
Seize the day, my Latin-speaking friend. And that's exactly the way we all know Rob lived his life. We're asking for $2 donations for those things. The money's going to a bank account that Dr. Noah set up with Rec Services and the gang up front. So thank you very much to them. It's going directly to them to help out Rob's mom. Many of you know Rob was raised by her, and it's just, she could use the support, not just financially, but just the fact that she knows people care enough to do what we're doing. And I know we don't have lots of money, but it means that much to give what we do have and stuff like this. A couple other things. As you know, I know you guys are lifeguards and volleyball people. No alcohol on the UNM campus. By all means, please do not have that here. There's pizza on behalf of Rec Services. Thank you very much. And a few donations from all of you. We have pizza, drinks. We want you to eat that pizza. We want you to drink those drinks. And we want you to talk to each other. Those that you know, those that you don't know. And we want you to talk about the things that are hard right now and the things that are very much joyous, right? Because we're celebrating a life, people. It's not just the sadness, it's the joy that we can come together for right now. And before I share this story, I would like for you all just to take a moment of silence. And when you close your eyes or keep them open or whatever you choose to do in this moment, think about Rob. Whether it was a memory, an idea about him, whatever it is, right now, just be silent, think about Rob. Approximately 6 years ago, I was the pool manager here at UNM, and I had a mailbox full of emails and voicemails of a guy named Robert Poole. And this gentleman came into my office with a orange hat, a green shirt like your jacket, really blue pants like Linda's jacket right there, and like weird looking socks. And he walks into me and he goes, and I would like to be a lifeguard. Here are all my credentials. So we start talking, and Robert starts telling me about his background in swimming, and not in a bragging way, but just in a way to help him get the job. You know, Robert was extremely persuasive. So he's telling me this story about how he's an international Red Cross lifeguard and all these things that he did. And I said, Robert, to get you to work here, I'm going to have to do a lifeguard challenge for you. It's going to take about 3 hours. You know that? He goes, do it right now. We walked out of my office, came down to the pool, and I had every intention of making it miserable for this guy that's been bugging me relentlessly on the phone. You know, Robert doesn't give up. He never, ever gave up when he wanted something. So we're in the pool, and I'm watching this guy swim, and I'm like, I'm not going to tell Tracy about this guy. This guy's like the best swimmer in the pool. I mean, he was phenomenal, amazing swimmer. Did all the skills flawlessly. And then he gets out of the pool afterwards, never looked at a Red Cross lifeguard manual, never looked at one. Took the written exam, 100%. 100%. I'm like, I got a gem here. This is going to be fantastic. So Rob leaves, you know, gets this weird looking clothes on, takes off out of the pool, and he shows up. And I tell him, like, I have no hours for you, Rob. You're going to have to get all the hours you can on your own. You're going to have to be really assertive about that. He goes, not the problem. And you've heard that saying many, many times. That's like seize the day for Rob, not the problem. So Rob takes off, and like every single day, Rob is like conniving, working, angling, bartering, negotiating for shifts. And all of a sudden he's like, I think I have 40 hours per weekend. How'd you do this? So that's Rob. Second story. About a year after him being here, as many of you lifeguards know, we take in-service very seriously, at least we used to. We still do anymore. I'm not here anymore. I'm sure you do. And one night we were at the deep end, and we just like to make our lives miserable, so we were trying to water up like this big long hole, and everyone's holding it up, you know, really giving it all they have, and all of a sudden the guard has a cramp in their calf. Ugh! They drop the pole, and everyone's like, come on, pick up the pole! We have to swim a 500 if we don't do this! And Robert stops, lets go of the pole, swims over, grabs the guard, puts her on the deck, gets her up. Buddy carries her from all the way down there to that first aid station. The whole way he says, it's okay, I got you. Sits her down, gets her a Gatorade, some food, and stays with her. I'm not going to say who this person is, but that made a huge impression upon me. Because every other lifeguard, including myself, is thinking about completing an objective, right? Hold the pole. We're a team, we cannot stop holding the pole. Someone else was much more wiser than me and everybody else. They realized that the most important part of being a team is helping your teammates. So he stopped everything and helped her out. And it's no easy task to buddy carry somebody all that way. And he did it. Never complained. He had a smile on his face the whole way. And I share this last story with you only because it is that story in your life with Rob, your relationship with him, that has brought you to this place, correct? Maybe it was a moment where you were really struggling in life with a relationship, with your job. It doesn't matter. Maybe you just need someone to make you smile. Or, like Rob did so well, walk into a room and acknowledge everybody and make them feel like they're special. Maybe that's what it was. But whatever it was, Rob carried you. Carried me. And I'm just really thankful to have the chance to know him. So when I heard the story about the loss of our beloved friend, it did not surprise me one bit that he did what he did. And many of you know that I'm not in the pool game anymore because I'm in a seminary in Princeton at the moment studying theology. And I'm studying with some of the leading scholars in the world about all these things. And one of them, which is love, right? We all want love. We believe that's what changes the world. And what I believe is there is no greater love than this, than a man who lays down his life for his friends. And it's easy to do that in the small things. It's not easy to do that when it takes your life. And Rob did that. And we all know that. And I'm not saying that we need to do exactly what Rob does in every situation, but we cannot forget what Rob has done, the way he expresses love. And I can add one more caveat to love in Robert's life. Rob's into fitness, he's into doing really well in school, with a master's degree in a year, I mean, all these things. And he and I talked about love and faith and all these things. And he looked back at me, and it's as clear as day, with blue eyes. He looked at me and he said, Ken, love is in here, you live it. And if you connect that with the greatest example of showing love, well then you've got the picture. So tonight, all we're going to do is this. We're just going to hang out. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to cry, we're going to hug, we're going to laugh, and that's okay. And I've got some contact information. If you need to talk to somebody else, we've got some people who are interested in being there for anybody who wants to talk some more. I will talk. I'll be here till 4 in the morning if you need me to be. And there's other people that you know here too will do the same for you. But we need to celebrate this man's life as we grieve. We need to do that together. So we got food, we've got drinks, and none of that can be left behind. Brandon Campbell's not here to eat all that food. So you have to do it. But please, by all means, celebrate this man's life as you grieve. Thank you very much for letting me share. We do have a couple more things. There are some people who have cameras right now that want to...
Everybody that knows Rob at all, he would say right now, I love my friend. And he would.
He would. He would. Is there any cameras that you need? Those people with messages and showing the camera? There's also a track guy here who's got a camera, and what he's doing is videoing this and it's going back to Rob's family. Absolutely.
Speak loud.
Got it.
I don't think Will has that problem.
Not at all. So, my name's Will. Came here about 2 years ago. I weighed 350 pounds. I had diabetes. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And I walked in, and Rob started working with me. He would be there early, and I would be there early. He would be helping me. Man, the guy had a smile on his face like none other. All the stories, everything. Even when he was hurting, he would say, "Man, my arms hurt so bad. I was working out so hard yesterday, but it's good. It's really good." And he would sit me down and he would work with me. And then, you know, if any of you guys have taken his workout class, he had you create your own workout. And he looked at mine and he said, "No, this needs to change. It's not good. You need to do this better, but I know you can." He had faith in me. He had faith in absolutely everyone that he met. Man, the guy moved mountains for me. I mean, literally, he moved me, so he moved a mountain. But there's crying and there's all these emotions, and that's what Rob was good about too. He would sit with you and he'd cry with you, but he'd be strong for you too. The guy saved my life. I don't have diabetes anymore. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have cholesterol. I'm a preacher. I'm a businessman. I'm graduating from UNM in a week and moving on, doing great things. But that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have the strength that he provided. And I know that he wants you guys to try and get it all out. But I know he wants you guys to be strong. And if you can take anything, it's take the way that you love, as he was saying. The agapeo love, the relentless love that you have to go out and just love him. That's going to be the greatest way that we can celebrate him, is we can love for him. But I just wanted to thank you guys for coming here, because it's a blessing to see how many people love him. And there's going to be more people tomorrow, but it's not going to stop at all. The love is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. So, but yeah, thank you so much. If you guys need to talk to another preacher, I mean, we got this guy, but we got me as well. So I'll be here as late as you guys need. But thank you guys so much.
Those are the things we need to share with each other tonight. There's bracelets, as I mentioned. They're not going to be available until next Friday. So, but by all means, buy them. Buy lots of them. Donate more money beyond the ones that you buy. That's a picture you want to take?
Yeah, just beforehand, if y'all want to get in and swim, you're more than welcome to. We're doing some memorial swim for him. I'm getting in and doing a 200 because every time I guard it for him, all I hear is, "Alrighty guys, here we go, no problem, 200, ready, go."
200, go.
Everybody knew how he was every time he was here for the class. So I'm going to get in, but beforehand, I met his parents the other day, and they were going to take pictures of the board. So if we could fill up the board as much as possible, we're going to take pictures of each individual thing. We're going to put it in a book, and it's going to go to those parents to know how much he meant to us here is also going to go into the book to his parents too. So if everybody could get on the bleachers somehow, that'd be amazing.
Hi, my name is James Basante, and I had the distinct pleasure of coaching with your son. He's a phenomenal individual. He also coached me for a while. You know, we lost a beautiful individual. Anywhere I ever went, his smile cut through the room. Anyone here could tell you that I've never seen anyone in my entire life smile more than your son. He's truly incredible. The world's going to miss him, and thank you so much for bringing him to this world so that we could have had the pleasure of knowing him. Thank you.
You taught me that you've got to live life to the fullest and you can't be scared. I remember every time we hang out, every time we're working out or just talking, I'm saying, hey Rob, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you say, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live no matter what. Life is short, and I'm taking that to heart. I'm gonna really apply that to my life. Thanks for everything, Rob.
Thank you. What was your name?
Jeremiah.
Okay, thank you.
Ken Lucas is my name, and to Robert's family, I would just like to let you know how much your son meant to me, or your brother, or whoever's listening to this. And known him for about 7 years at the swimming pool where I managed, and Robert was truly a shining light to work with just as an individual, and I feel honored to have the chance to talk about him this weekend to people because he's a special man. So I would like for you to know that I will always be available to any of you if you ever come to the States. If you ever need anything, do not hesitate to reach out to me because I will do it for you. My thoughts and prayers are with you often. God bless.
Hi, this is our group. We are current grad students, PhD students with Jim Rob, and we decided to make some fabulous pink shirts because we would love them. He'd be wearing one right now, actually. We thought this was a great photo of him. Really cute photo. Him and Cross would say, look how handsome I am. Yeah, he would be. He'd be rocking it. My muscles gotten any bigger. Yeah. So that's just basically it. We just wanted to support him. We'll be wearing them tomorrow, all weekend. That's it.
Okay, my name is Austin Brobst.
How did you know Rob?
I knew Rob through working with him as a lifeguard, and then I was the assistant manager. And Rob taught swim classes, so Rob and I interacted every day, both on a professional but more on a friend level. You know, Rob was a great guy, and he'll be missed a great deal. Just coming in and seeing him every day on the pool deck, you know, brought any shitty day up to a good day. So he was severely missed, but you guys raised a great son and a great person.
I'm Jennifer Burgess, and I'm here at UNM Pool. We will be selling wristbands for his family. They're going to say "Seize the Day" in German, which we don't exactly know what that comes out to be. It's going to have his full name and the year when he was born and when he passed away. They're going to be the thick wristbands, and they're going to be black and red, and they're going to be indented so they last longer. They're $2 each, but you're more than welcome to donate more. If you want, we'll be putting them up on his Facebook so everybody can see it. If you would wish to order one but you're out of town, you're more than welcome to shoot us an email and we'll send you money and everything. So.
How did you know Rob?
I knew Rob because I'm a lifeguard here, and he would always come in. He was my swimming partner too. He would always come in, and I would be here guarding his class, and over the summer I really got to know him, but he would always come up to the lifeguard stand and just tell really funny stories about everything. And mostly the biggest one was he was my swimming partner. We did a lot of in the water one-on-one because he wanted to go to nationals.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to Rob?
Rob, I hope you're in a better place. We all miss you here, and we love you.
I'm Teresa Rogers.
How did you know Rob?
I knew Rob because 5 years ago I joined the UNM swim team, and he was really impressed that other people could swim because he, in his words, said people in America can't swim. So when he found out an American could swim, he was really impressed by that. And I've known him for 5 years ever since. We used to swim together all the time. Once I stopped swimming, we would swim together a lot. And we'd write these monstrous practices that would morph into kick sets so we could gossip to me about whatever drama was going on in Rob's life. So that's how I ended up knowing him in the first place. He was a great guy.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Rob?
Yeah, Rob was one of those people, I'll always admire this quality that he could just walk into a room and he didn't even have to know you, and he could pick something out about you to kind of pick at you and make fun of you and make you smile. And he was just a great guy and easy to get to know, and it's clearly you can evidence that just by how many people are here today from diverse backgrounds, lots of different generations of people, so that's impressive.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm the head swimming coach here at UNM. I used to see Rob on the pool deck when he was teaching his lessons, and sometimes we swim together, and he just always had a smile and just made my day, and we'll all miss him very much. We love your son.
My name is Wes Henderson. This came out of nowhere for me. I've known him for 4 years as I worked at Johnson Center. He was always there, did classes with him. We always BS'd around. We always had our good times out at his place, Fire Station. But there's one thing that really hit me. When I was in the gym just working out during open time, he was doing some squats. He comes run. I see this guy running over at me. It was Rob. In his accent, "You're doing it wrong. Do it this way." And he helped me, and the next day I'm doing my max. And just that personality of his, he always goes out of the way, like Ken said, to always help us and always be there. He'll laugh with us, be there for us. And we lost an amazing individual, but with his kind donation and being an organ donor, somebody gained that amazing heart that he had, and we'll be able to move that on to another person. So in a way, we lost him, but his life still lives on, and he'll always be a legacy at this school.